Hey guys, Nick today. I want to talk to you about gear and hauling things around and light gear. I remember when I was like a younger player in the 80s, I was into very much heavy metal. I grew up in I was in high school in the 80s and I played like a lot of heavy metal music, a lot of hair metal, those kinds of things, Ozzy and Rat and Winger and all those, White Snake, all that kind of stuff. I still like it. It's cool guitar stuff. And then towards the 90s, everybody got tired of that sound, and you either went to like the whole Pantera, Sepultura, even more extreme metal stuff, or you end up going to like grunge or something else, or blues or whatever like that. I went to different things. But back then, it was like considered really, really cool to have all this gear, like this half stack to haul around. And I was really proud to haul around, even though it was like heavy as hell and I had to have guys helping me. I was really, it feels good to like play through a half stack, like a big 412 cabinet. And the older you get, the more you start playing, the more you start having to haul that stuff around, the more you realize that it's worth, it doesn't mean anything. For the most part, I mean, like every gig you play, any decent gig, you're going to be going directly into the board, some kind of direct thing, or you're going to be mic'd, just for a better mix. So the whole band sounds better. So you never really need all that volume. It's kind of nice to have sometimes. I played a lot of huge outdoor shows and big indoor venues as well too. With a Mesa Boogie 50 watt Rectoverb combo, 112, gets insanely loud. I don't think I've ever had to put that past maybe 15% of its volume range, of its potential ever for anything. So then I start questioning, why am I hauling this thing around? Because it's not huge, but it's a good size, good looking amp and all that, and it does sound amazing. But it's like 100 pounds, and it's can accidentally, very easily, just jack up your walls while you're moving it around. And 100 pounds at a gym is one thing. 100 pounds when you're like with one hand going up and down like icy stairs in winter. Yeah, screw that. I'm done with that. So that's why I like a lot of the newer gear nowadays. The smaller combos, the katanas, or whatever smaller tube amp that you're looking at. They're definitely easier to move around. They're more practical. If you're going to be gigging and moving the thing around a few times a week, most people don't want like 100 pounds of gear to have to carry. If you do and you're fine carrying it, that's fine, but I've done that for decades. I'm done with it. So you don't need things like that. Even the Katana 50s, and they made that specifically for the purpose of being able to play a gig, be able to play over the average drummer as far as tone, as far as volume level goes. And if you put it direct or mic it, which you do anyways for the majority of shows, you're going to be perfectly fine with it, assuming that you like the tone that you're getting out of it anyways in the first place. So I'm all big. I know there's a lot of memes about that, about like when you're on your way down as a rock and roll player and you're getting old, when you start like making your gear small, especially like the small combo amps. But I'm perfectly fine with that. I like carrying around small gear. I like being able to go into a show with maybe just one haul in both hands and walk into it without breaking my back on stuff, and be able to set it up good and quick, have a good, interesting sound that I like, that works for the mix, that I'm happy with, that I get a good experience out of, and that that works. Big rigs are not into it, not anymore. Let me know what you guys think. If you still like hauling around big gear, that's fine. Or if you don't, or if you're done with it, or if maybe you got a smaller amp and you think you need a big rig to actually be in a band maybe or something, you're like, well, you don't, but maybe for your style of music, if you're playing like loud metal, you might want that. It's up to you, but let me know what your thoughts are. Talk to you guys later.